Hello everyone. I begin with the opening scene of Julius Caesar. Here we see Marullus and Flavius, the two tribunes, getting angry with the commoners who have gathered on the streets of Rome. Flavius shouts at them, "Get home, you idle creatures! Is this a holiday that you're walking on the street without the badge of your profession?" It was a custom to carry the tool of one's profession as an identification mark. He turns to the first commoner and asks him, "What is his trade?" The commoner doesn't like being questioned. His "Why, sir, a carpenter" means, "It's none of your business, but I'm a carpenter." Marullus immediately asks him, "Where is your leather apron and your rule?" and further demands, why is he on the streets in his best clothes? Then he catches the second commoner and asks him what trade is his. Now, the second commoner is a bolder and more intelligent man. He wants to have some fun at the expense of these tribunes. He decides not to answer him in a direct way and uses a lot of pun in his statements. Pun is a play on words which can confuse the listeners. The second commoner answers in a roundabout way purposely. He says, "When you compare me with a fine workman, I'm a cobbler." Now, cobbler means a bad workman in any field apart from being a shoemaker. Marullus is irritated with this vague answer as a bad workman. He questions him further, impatiently, what his trade is. The commoner answers, "A trade, I may say, with a safe conscience, a mender of bad souls." He means SOLES, but definitely wants Marullus to take it as SOULS. So, this means, with a safe conscience, a priest mends bad souls. Marullus gets more angry and asks, "What trade, thou naughty knave?" The commoner says, "Oh, don't be angry with me. Be not out with me. Yet, if you be out, sir, I can mend you." This means, don't be angry with me, but if your shoes are worn out and your feet are jutting out, then I can mend your shoes. So, when he says, "I can mend you," he means mend his shoes. But Marullus takes it as mend him, correct him, as he has lost his temper. Marullus is all the more angry and asks, "What? Mend me, you saucy fellow?" Now the commoner says, "Why, sir, cobble you," meaning mend your shoes. Flavius says, "Oh, so you are a cobbler." He replies, "All I do is live by the awl, AWL awl, an instrument used to pierce leather." Pun on ALL awl and AWL awl. Then he settles down and says he's an honest worker and does not interfere with anyone else. He says proudly he's a surgeon to old shoes and is happy that all the fine gentlemen in Rome wear shoes made by him. Shoes made of neat's leather, that is calf's leather, high quality shoes. Then Flavius asks him, why is he on the streets leading all these men? He answers jokingly, to make them wear out their shoes so that he can have more work, so more money. But at last he admits that they are all there to rejoice in Caesar's triumph. Marullus gets angry when he hears this. He asks, what is there to rejoice? Is Caesar bringing foreign captives tied to his chariot? Is he going to be paid tributaries or fines by the defeated kings, which will enrich the common treasury? No, nothing. Now Caesar is coming in triumph after killing Pompey's sons. Pompey was our general some time back. How do they forget Pompey and cheer Caesar now? He reminds them of how they would throng the streets, climb on walls, towers, chimney tops, any place they could find, and wait the whole day with their infants in their arms when Pompey returned after a battle. And when they catch a glimpse of Pompey in his chariot, how they made a universal shout in his welcome that would make the river Tiber vibrate. Now they have worn their best clothes, taken a holiday, and have crowded the streets of Rome to welcome Caesar, who has killed Pompey's sons, his political rivals. He urges them to run home, fall on their knees, and pray to God to prevent the plague from afflicting them for being so ungrateful to the memory of Pompey. Flavius is less aggressive and asks them to shed their tears in Tiber as a mark of mourning. The commoners move away from the streets, and Flavius is happy that they have succeeded in arousing some finer emotions in them. Then he instructs Marullus that they will take different routes and take away all the decorations and embellishments added on to Caesar's statues to bring down his fame. Marullus is worried whether they can do this, as it is the feast of Lupercal, a festival celebrated widely in Rome. Flavius says it doesn't matter. If Caesar sees a decked up Rome, his statues with garlands and diadems, his pride will increase, his power will increase. If they remove these, it will be like plucking the feathers of a falcon, a bird of prey, which could otherwise fly high and keep others in fear. If his power is less, he can't do that. The imagery is from falconry. Falconry was a popular sport where the falcon's special wings helped it to soar high in the sky. The comparison is to Caesar's popularity and his rising power. Flavius and Marullus are bent on bringing down Caesar's popularity and hopefully his power. Do they succeed? Well, we'll know in the next scene.